I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be help getting her back. Well, I got another email here from a guy who wants me to help him get a girl back who has basically told him she wants nothing to do with him. She doesn't want to hang out with him anymore because of his needy and his weak behavior. And so he wants me to help her get her back. However, this is a girl that he basically fell in love with her when he first met her about a year ago. And from the beginning, she's been telling him, I'm not interested in that. I only think of you as a friend. And this whole time, he's been holding out hope that he's going to basically, it's like he's bought into the illusion that the media presents to us that if he just likes her enough, long enough, that eventually she'll just realize, oh, well, since you like me so much, well, I must just have to fall in love with you too. And he thinks that this is going to actually happen because it's like a lot of guys fall under. They think if I just like it, it's like they never ever, and I used to do this too when I was in my 20s. It just never fucking dawned on me that maybe there's a chance that the girl just doesn't like me and she doesn't feel the same way. Because that's not what you see in the movies. What you see in the movies is a guy wants a girl or a girl wants a guy, and they go through all of these ridiculous things to get that person's attention and get them to fall in love. And of course, at the end of the movie, that's what always happens. They always realize that they were in love all along and they were just too stupid to recognize it initially. Well, that's great, and it makes a nice little hunky-dory kind of movie that you can feel good about and have a, watch a chick flick with. But when you try to apply that shit in real life, I mean, this poor bastard, I mean, he spent a year, and that's the worst part about it, he still thinks he's got some kind of chance with this girl, and he just completely ignores the fact that she, from the get-go, has said, I'm only friends with you, and that's all that's ever going to happen. But it's like he doesn't hear that. He hears what he wants to hear because he's projecting his high interest onto her. And it's absolutely amazing how guys can do this. And it's like this dude has spent a whole entire year of his life completely fixated on this one girl, hasn't talked to anybody else, and has got nowhere with anybody else. I mean, it's 12 months of his life that he'll never get back that are just fucking vaporized because he's been wasting it on a chick like this. So he says, hi, I have a female friend for 2 years. Just 1 year back, well, actually, I guess he's known her for 2 years now. But 1 year back, I fell in love with her. She was telling me we are friends only. We can't be more than friends. Now, recently, she started acting distant from me by ignoring my calls, texts, etc., which that tells me that you're chasing her and blowing up her phone, and that doesn't create attraction in women when you're constantly doing that. When I asked her why, she told this. The other thing is he's probably telling him, bullshitting himself, thinking, oh, if I'm her friend long enough and I do enough things for her, then she'll fall for me. She told me when we were friends it was all okay until you changed this and messed things all up. I asked her why she didn't act like this before. Why now, after 1 year, she said, I tried to be friends with you, but you expecting and waiting for me, I can't do it anymore. She said, I will not hang out with you. If we come face to face, we will say hi. He says, I really feel lost. I lost my good friend and the woman I love. I need help in getting her back if it's possible. I'd say, first off, I was like, dude, she's not into you. Not only is she not into you, but she was never into you, and she made that totally fucking clear up front. And she's basically, the reason she's booted you out of her life is because she's tired of you hovering all around her and hovering over her and probably waiting and constantly asking her when the relationship between the two of you is going to happen, when you're going to get together, when you're going to get to go out on a date with her, when you're going to get your shot. And it's after a while, she's like, fuck, dude. It's like, what did I tell you, 10,000 fucking times? No. And it's just, you don't get take no for an answer. It's just like, I say no, and it's like, I didn't even give you an answer. And like, you just ignore it. And it's like, you cannot ignore reality to the point where you ignore this girl for so long that she just all of a sudden decides, you know what? The fact that you've been ignoring that I have no interest in you has caused me to fall in love with you. And so let's just run off and get married. And it's like, I mean, it's just absolutely fucking absurd. And it's like you're suffering tremendously because of it. And you're not progressing in your life because you're focused and fixated on this girl. You never had a chance with the whole, I mean, it's 2 years of your life, basically. I know you said that only a year ago you fell in love with her. But I would say you probably had the hots for her for a long time. It was only a year ago that you actually got to the point where you probably couldn't take it anymore and you finally revealed your feelings. And she said, hey, I'm only interested in friendship. But you just ignored that. It's like you ignore anything other than waiting for her to say yes to you. And that yes is never going to come. But if you want to continue hanging on her and being focused on what you... I mean, at this point, she doesn't want anything to do with you and she's ignoring you. She's trying to get rid of you, and yet you calling and trying to rationalize with her, that type of shit creeps her out. Those are the kind of things that stalkers do. You're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to experience any kind of real happiness in life if you don't just let this girl go and read my book and start practicing what it teaches on other women so you can start to see the difference between a chick you got a chance with and one you don't. And after you spend enough time with women that you have a chance with, then you're going to look back on this particular situation and say, well, Jesus Christ, what a fucking douchebag. I wasted 2 years of my life with this girl. And, you know, I had plenty of years in my life in my 20s that I wasted with doing stupid shit like this. And I just hate to see other people suffering because I know what it feels like. I've walked in your shoes. I've been there. And you need to change your approach because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's something to think about. So if you find this message of value, you could show your appreciation by going down to the Wibbia toolbar, which is at the bottom of your screen. If you're watching this video on my website, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located in the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen. And if you have a question that you want to ask me or there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen and just send me 1 or 2 paragraphs maximum detailing your situation, your question, your challenges, what you need help with. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response because I get a lot of email from the internet and I also get a lot of email from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get me to help you with a situation or a challenge that you're having is to book a paid phone coaching session with me. And you can do that by clicking the Products tab at the top of your screen and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.